running through these texts like the ones on my shoes, so don't get geeked up like it's geeked up.
He dated a black woman. So did every slave owner in America, sweetheart.
There is a trend at the moment circulating of interracial couples who are deliberately having mixed-race children in order to, if you like, stir up the racist older generation, the grandparents. You know, you see it on Facebook, you see it on TikTok. Notably, I think the trend is more on Facebook, and I've not seen on TikTok as yet, but there are these black guys, you know, well, I'm not saying these black guys, I've seen black girls doing it with white guys, and they're saying, well, you know, my parents or grandparents don't like, you know, black people, so here I am with mixed race children.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell y'all the story of why I don't date white men. So I went on a date with this white guy, and we had hung out a couple times before, and like we were chill, whatever. So we go to Stouffville, which is a couple like an hour north of the city, and so we go to his uncle's place. Okay. Long story short, tell me why we started going on a walk, and they just start saying the N-word. N-word here, there, everywhere, everywhere. Him and his cousin, everywhere. Then they make a joke about how his cousin, her boyfriend, named their cats KKK and George Floyd. Ah! And then we go back to the house after our walk, right? His uncle starts talking about how there was no racism in the 80s. Mind, this is not the kicker. The kicker is, when we walked back into the house, the Candace Mother effing Owens show was on the TV. I thought I was gonna die. I thought I was gonna die.
No, thank you.
Why? Imagine our baby together.
And then obviously, depending on the algorithm, what you watch, you're going to then see similar videos, and it's a pattern. You know, it's like, and somebody says, well, you know, if they don't like homosexuals, then then your child becomes homosexual. You know, they start to this kind of woke trend, and I think it's uncomfortable watching. I will tell you why. One mixed race girl said, please, you know, stop using us, you know, stop experimenting with us. It's bad enough, you know, being mixed race. It's bad enough, you know, when you're dealing with a parent, not a parent, yes, I'm right. It's bad enough dealing with a parent, you know, who racially abuse you.
That's not what the fans want to see. That's literally what the fans don't want to see. Do you understand? Like, that's not what they want to see. That's not what the fans want to see. That's literally what the fans don't want to see. Do you understand? Like, that's not what they want to see.
So imagine meeting someone, yeah, and you guys think it's going somewhere, it's going pretty well, getting to know each other, and then you guys decide that, yeah, like the relationship's going really well, so you make it something a bit more serious. Yeah, cool. So this topic might be triggering to some people because I'll be talking about colorism, right? So if you get triggered by topics like this, then it's best to just scroll by. So I was dating a guy, yeah, I won't go into the details, of who, but and we kind of, you know, got to know each other, etc. Cool. And he basically, one day we had a conversation, but I can't remember what the conversation was about specifically, but we were just talking, and he brought up the fact that he didn't want to have a dark-skinned daughter.
Hey, I can't date no white man because I'ma kill him if he say nigga, and I'm not playing at all.
I just downloaded Hinge, and the only preference I selected was basically not white, because I think that's it for me and white guys. Like, I'm not dating another white guy ever again, because from my experience, the white men that I have dated have turned out to be either cheaters, addicts, or just like a piece of shit in general that doesn't care about community in the slightest bit.
Nigga! It's bad enough. Now you're putting us in a predicament where now our grandparents, you know, are racist. Please stop using us as your bait. Stop using us as, you know, stop weaponizing us. You know, and people totally disregarded her comments. They were not interested. They were more into rage baiting. And sadly, mixed race children are seen as a fetish. You know, that they're seen as exotic. They're seen as a halfway house. You know, people want to make a point. Like, let me give you an example. My sister, boyfriend, well, it was her husband, a divorced now, white husband. What happened was his wife went off with a black woman. So he decided he would then go... Sorry, his wife went off with a black man. I do apologize. His wife went off with a black man. So he decided, well, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So he went off with a black woman, i.e. my sister. Then he turned out and went trans towards the end. Okay, so Nick for knack, people using, you know, interracial relationships as a political weapon. Not interested in the mixed race children. Not interested. You know, and this nonsense has to stop, because I shouldn't have to say this, it's patronizing, but mixed race children, they're human beings. They're not bartering chips. You know, and this nonsense has to stop because it's becoming a trend. What do you think of this? Do you think it should stop? Or do you think it's none of my business?